Let me start today's video by asking you a question. What's one of the most striking physical features a man can have? Some may say it's his jawline, others may say it's a smile. But it's actually height. Most guys walk through life looking much shorter than they have to. And the reason is posture. Let me tell you today how to fix your posture and how to grow taller in seconds. This video will show you guys 3 mistakes a lot of us do, 5 fixes for those mistakes, and a 7-day plan in order to improve your posture and suddenly look much taller than you actually are. Let me start by being very honest with you guys. Height is a trait that is inherited by your parents and passed on to the next generation. So how tall you truly are is largely determined by how tall your parents were. But it's only partially true. Because really it is about your presence, or your aura, as some people may like to say. And you will see this a lot in famous people. I'll display a bunch of photographs right here and you guys will tell me what all of these pictures have in common. And it's not the height of the person, but rather the stance and the way they carry themselves in these photos. Posture is a huge contributor to how tall you appear in photos and videos. Actors are a great example. If you look at guys like Tom Cruise in Mission Impossible, they seem so tall, so imposing, so much of a presence. But actually Tom Cruise is 5'7" or 170 for you guys in Europe. But he has mastered the way of posture and the way of portraying himself, finding the right angles and finding the right mechanisms in order to get himself in the best possible position to look as good as he possibly can. So let's try to mimic those famous individuals and to improve our posture by doing a very simple line of steps. So before we jump into the step-by-step plan, let me try to put things into a little perspective here. So when I was a teenager, I had a horrible posture, as you can see. I was really slouched, narrow shoulders, and it almost seemed like I was trying to hide from everyone. Obviously it correlates with confidence and missing self-esteem as well. But I think that's a reinforcing mechanism. The better you position yourself, the more confident you seem. And interestingly enough, one of the first compliments I got when I pulled up at a modeling shoot, when my modeling career was really starting, you have good posture. And that really changed everything for me, because with such a simple fix, I couldn't only help myself, but also suddenly started to impress others. So in order to assess whether you actually have a bad posture, I want you to grab your phone and film a 5-second side profile video. And I really want to make sure that you can see a line that goes from your head to your shoulders, to your butt, and to your ankles. And if that line is shaped correctly or wrongly, I will show you in the next step. So as you can see, there's a stark contrast between me standing on the right side with the correct posture and the man on the left side with an arched back. So now that we've assessed your posture, let's actually talk about the 3 most common mistakes. Number 1 is called rounded shoulders. And what it really is shoulders that move forward instead of backwards. And as you can see right now, just while I'm sitting, how much more confident and good I look like this as opposed to this. The second mistake has a lot to do with abusing these things or these things. Because whenever I use this, I tend to look down and my head is moving forward. This is not a natural position for your neck muscles. And the third mistake is the infamous hollow back. I will show you guys what it means. When you stand here and instead of standing straight, your back is arching like this. And it's not really something we want, so in the next segment I'll show you how to find a simple fix for every single one of these. And even 2 bonus parts that is more of an environmental hack, but it's truly beneficial to each and every one of you. So guys, if this already helped you so far, please make sure to like and subscribe. It would actually help me a lot too. And I will give you the full 7-day plan on how to grow taller and improve your posture in just a minute. So stay tuned. All right, let's do the first exercise called the wall drills. For that exercise, we just step onto a wall, or a door in that case, and we want to push our butts, our back, our shoulders, and our head against the door. And for this exercise, you want to do 5 deep breaths for about 2 to 3 times a day. Okay, the next exercise is called the doorway pec stretch. And we're already standing in our doorway right here. And what we want to do is put our forearms on the frames and then just lean in. And you want to hold this movement for about 45 seconds. And this is actually the best exercise you can do in order to improve your rounded forward slouch shoulders. So with the last exercise here, we try to alleviate struggles that come from overusing stuff like the phone or the laptop, and it really causes your neck to move forward all the time. So with the chin knots, you don't actually have to stand fully straight, but you can kind of get into a fixed position like this, where you have a stable stance, and then just put your hands here and really focus on this nodding movement. Come all the way up, go all the way down. So when we work on our laptops, we tend to look down a lot. I'm going to demonstrate it for you guys right now. So if I was just working my laptop right here, not being aware of my posture, I'd probably end up sitting something like that. So we have the arched back, we have the forward head movements, and we overall just have a bad posture. What we can do to fix it are actually quite a few simple things. First of all, fix my back posture. So now I'm already sitting straight, but we still have the issue of staring down at the laptop. So what I like to do, instead of potentially buying a very expensive standing desk, which of course is the most viable option, but also the most expensive one, I take an object, like this shoebox for example, and I just put my laptop on top of the box. So as you can see, I'm still totally capable of working on my laptop, but my level of elevation when it comes to my eye line that is looking at the laptop is much higher. So instead of looking down like this, I now have a straight back and I can actually work on my laptop looking at approximately the same height on the screen. So that's one easy fix. And then when it's not so much about the laptop, but about these things here, which we tend to do is obviously staring down a lot. So whenever I work with my phone, I actually try to remind myself that staring down the whole time isn't great for my back. So what I do is usually put a 15 to 20 minute alarm that really reminds me to look higher up in my phone. And I feel like this position with your elbows out is not too bad and can really help to fix the posture that arises from just staring down at the phone for too long, especially in a long working block of let's say an hour or two. It can really be detrimental for your posture. So the last environmental hacks I want to show you guys is wearing the right pair of shoes. So as you can see, there's a significant difference of how tall those shoes are. The soles of these probably have a plateau of about 5 to 6 centimeters, and these are pretty much flat. So let me show you guys the difference it makes in terms of actually achieving a taller look overall. Alright guys, first measurement we're gonna do with the flat shoes and bad posture, and then we're gonna wear the high shoes and have a great posture, and let's see what it does for our height. So I'm gonna use this book to measure myself. Bad posture, rounded shoulders, hunched back. We stand like this. We're around at 190. I mean, I'm tall, not gonna lie, but it will make a difference, you will see. Alright, now we're wearing the tall shoes, and we're gonna have a great posture, and you will see I'm gonna be much taller. Alright, let's measure myself. Great posture and plateau shoes. Wow, okay, this is crazy guys. 198. 198. So we just gained 8 centimeters by wearing the right shoes and having a good posture. If that's not motivation for you, I don't know what is. So another cool hack you guys can use is actually using a crop jacket instead of a long jacket. Even though I love this biker jacket, you guys will see it will make a difference for my silhouette, and quite a big one. So I'm gonna wear the biker jacket first and show you how it looks like, and then I'm gonna show you the better crop jacket. Alright, as you can see, it's a cool jacket, but it really makes my legs look a lot shorter. And as I stand here, I somehow just feel a lot less confident because it just takes away so much from my silhouette, and I don't like that feeling. So now, let me wear the crop jacket, and you will see an instant difference. Doesn't it look so much better? And suddenly, my pants really come out, my t-shirt comes out, my legs come out. And even if I close the jacket, I just feel a lot better. It makes me seem taller and more confident. Something very easy all of you guys can do. Get a crop jacket. It's gonna be worth it. So guys, now that we talked about everything, here's your 7-day plan in order to improve your posture and grow taller in just a couple of weeks. We started off daily with wall drills. You should hold 5 breaths and do it 3 times a day. Next up, we have chin knots, of which you should do 10 reps. And finally, doorway stretches, which you should hold 45 seconds for each side. In terms of lifestyle, like I said, it's very important to raise your phone when you look at it rather than looking down. The same goes for laptop. And the final hacks that I mentioned were obviously the plateau shoes, which will help you grow a lot taller. And finally, using cropped tops and cropped jackets rather than long wear in order to really accentuate your legs. Guys, all I have to say as a conclusion to this video, you can't change your genetics. We're born in a certain way, but what we can change is how we carry ourselves. Fix your posture and you feel taller, stronger, and look better overall. And that's actually very simple with the steps I described. So guys, all that is left to do now is please hit the like button, subscribe to the channel, and honestly make sure to do this challenge with a friend of yours to really push each other. That's what helped me too in the past, to have supportive friends, and I think you guys will do just fine about it. Alright, now that everything has been said, I really want to encourage every one of you to tune in for the next video. It's going to be a very interesting one. We're going to talk about my most effective morning routine that I implemented over the last couple of years that really helped me to stay productive and focused throughout the day. So I say until next time, and I appreciate you guys tuning in. See you next time.